Hey, welcome back to my channel. All right, so if you are feeling like I have so much I want to share, I want to give, but I just don't have the money to start a nonprofit, what do I do? I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. But before I tell you, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jill Smith. I am a nonprofit expert. I am a nonprofit coach. I'm a nonprofit guru. I'm passionate about this nonprofit industry. I've been doing it for years and years and years and years and years and years. Have a lot of experience. I like to think that I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this nonprofit industry because I've seen a lot, I've done a lot, I've accomplished a lot, I've invested in a lot. And so, yeah, you're in the right place at the right time. All right. So, if you are watching this video from the YouTube channel, please make sure that you join the Facebook group, Founders of Nonprofits. If you are in the Founders of Nonprofits Facebook group, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right. Make sure you do that. My husband and I, we own a company called the Smith Serves. We're a nonprofit consulting group or consultant company where we primarily help new founders, those who are just starting their nonprofits, or those who have had their nonprofits established 5 years or less, because there's a lot that happens that needs to happen in 5 years. In those first 5 years, a lot of things that you don't know, or nonprofits that have been in existence for maybe longer than 5 years, but earn less than $50,000 in annual revenue. We're here to help. We both have expertise in the nonprofit industry, and so, but primarily me. I have the bulk of this, and so I kind of run this part of our business. We have three businesses, but I primarily spearhead this side of our business ventures. But yeah, this is we help you get to the place where you need to be, If you have not taken our training, the 3 hour training is absolutely free. Like when I say we're mission driven, like we're so passionate about this thing that a lot of those who come across our channel, even a lot of those who we even, provide, for-profit services and are compensated for, a lot of people, they get what they need just from the videos and just from our free training. So the free training is, again, absolutely free. 3 hours, you got me. The link is below, the Six Figure Nonprofit. So you can get what you need and you can get your nonprofit up and running. If you do everything I tell you to do, at least 90% of what I tell you to do, you can get your nonprofit up and running where it's quite successful, where it is quite successful. Um, so make sure you take that training. If you need tools, I highly recommend that you get our nonprofit tools. Um, uh, the tools are at the bottom, Activate Toolkit, especially if are struggling with what to do with your board, how to get your board structured, your board member structure, because the toolkit has a whole board development or board package that outlines duties, responsibilities, and all that good stuff. So you can get everything you need just from this channel and just from the free training, like really. All right. So you want to start serving. You got a lot in you to give, but what you don't have is money. You don't have money. And so let's talk about this thing. Because a lot of you have a lot to give, but a lot of you have a lot of fear. And so you gotta kind of jump out the box and you gotta kind of do some things that you don't want to do in order to impact. You gotta make some move. You can't tell nobody to do something or recommend that somebody do something that you're not doing. And so, and I see that a lot. I see that a lot. A lot of people, they're lacking in funding and financing, but they're also lacking in confidence, and they're lacking. And so, so this first thing that I'm going to suggest is going to be a stretch for a lot of you. But I'm telling you, if you want to start serving and you don't have any money right now to really get your nonprofit up and running, I highly recommend that you do this. And that start a YouTube channel and start telling your story and start giving some serving and start giving some recommended recommendations and some advice, and start sharing of how you got over that thing. Say if were you were formerly incarcerated, or say went to prison and for drugs, or you're a drug user and you've been now sober, or you were alcoholic and you're now sober, and you're in recovery and you've been recovered for 20 years, and now you want to start helping people who are going through what you've been through and what you've been delivered from. You can go on YouTube and start sharing how you've gotten through what you've gotten through. And you can do that by putting out weekly videos of just encouraging people, and just and that's a way to really serve specific people, and really see some impact, just from, you can measure impact. There's a whole video we did on impact, that I did on impacting. You can measure impact, I mean, simply by your comments and the response and your subscribers and all that great stuff. And so and on top of that, it's a way for you to gain and to earn another source of income, or income if you don't even have an income. And that's a way that you can, because you can get monetized. You only need 1,000 subscribers, and I believe it's 3,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers and 3 hours watch hours. After that, YouTube will start paying every time someone views your videos. And so you can start earning some money from YouTube, and that can help you to get started, which goes into number two. If you want to start serving and you do not have the money yet to serve, there's another way you can do this if you want to go ahead and start a formal business, a nonprofit business, an entity. Um, and that is what I call doing a green campaign. You can do a green campaign. And so what a green campaign is that you are going to go to your family and friends. You're going to tell them the vision you have. Y'all know, mom and dad, sister, brother, y'all know what I've been through with drugs. And, I've been in recovery for the last 10 years, the last 5 years. And I really believe that I can help other people. I see that there's a need for someone, especially someone who's in my situation, who was happily married and disrupted my family because of my drug habit. And, so this is my plan. This is my vision. I want to start a nonprofit, and this is how much it costs. And I'm asking that you would give me a donation. Of course, because it's not up and running yet, I'm not tax deductible. I don't have any 501c3. I'm not even established, mom and dad, yet. I'm not established. So whatever you're going to give, or if you feel compelled in your heart to give, just know that it's not going to be tax deductible. It's going to be a donation straight from your heart. But I can promise you, I'm going to tell you everything that I'm doing with the money and all that great stuff. But it's going to cost me, mom and dad, about $5,000 to get this nonprofit up and running. And yes, realistically, and if you want to really get your nonprofit up and running, it's going to be about a good $5,000. But you can do a green campaign. Some people call it a fundraiser campaign, or a fundraiser or family raiser campaign, where you're asking just your loved ones for a donation to help you get up and running. And that's a way to get the nonprofit up and running. So yeah, so realistically, it's about to get everything you need. And to so many people do it less, and you're gonna hear, there's gonna be comments, I did it less, I did it with no money, I did it with this. Well, I'm talking about doing a good nonprofit that has a viable program that will get you on the right track. It will cost you about $5,000. Like, you definitely need money to file with your state. That costs. You're going to need a money for website. You're going to need money to get your 501c3 taxes and status. That costs money. You're going to need a grants database at some point. That costs money. You're going to need insurance. There are a whole bunch of different little fees that adds up that you're going to need. And so I would say a good 5,000. You can do it for cheaper. You definitely can, but you're gonna need that. There, I have a tool called the fundraising campaign planner. I think it's called the fundraising campaign planner. I'll put the link below, where it's a great tool. There are 5 fundraisers that your nonprofit should be having every single year, and it really outlines the fundraiser, the green campaign, what to say, all the expenses, the list of expenses that you're going to need. But it talks about these 5 fundraising campaigns that you should be doing every single year, because just a reminder, a third of your revenue has to come from the public, a third of your revenue. So a lot of people aren't doing, aren't asking for individual donors or donations. You're leaving money on the table, and you're out of compliance if you're not going in and asking individuals for donations. But if you want to start your nonprofit and you have no money, you definitely need to do some type of asking for donations, some type of fundraising efforts, and I would highly suggest it's to your family and friends. And as I said, I call it a green campaign. So consider getting that in. If not the other way, I'm telling you, I've been saying it. It's like every other video. I'm saying YouTube, YouTube, YouTube. I highly recommend that you start a YouTube channel because YouTube pays. Just a personal testimony, my husband and I, we have 3 YouTube channels, but we started one of our YouTube channels in 2021 when we got married. Well, I'm sorry, when we got engaged. And because we were older, getting married, I was getting married for the first time. We told our story, and our story just gained traction. We ended up creating a YouTube. It gained traction on Facebook first. We told our story to family and friends, and it just people were sharing our story. Family and friends were sharing our story. So we decided to create a YouTube channel. That YouTube channel has been established for 4 years now, and we didn't do it for money. We did it to serve, to just be a blessing, and just to share our testimony, and to encourage those who are, thinking that finding their soulmate is impossible. And so we were just doing it to share our story, and we didn't know that it was going to grow as it did, and just well over 10,000 subscribers on that channel. And our channel, YouTube pays us so good that it's literally almost more than a lot of people's annual salaries just on that one channel. And so holding back your story, you're really leaving money on the table, money that you could be making from YouTube that can support and get your nonprofit up and running. But if you don't want to go that route, you can definitely like do as I said, a fundraiser or a green campaign, and ask family and friends. And so you don't have to wait to serve. You can start serving now. There's always a way. There's always a way. All right. So I hope this encourages you. And yeah, drop some comments, drop some feedback. Uh, let's talk about it. Put it below. If you need more help, if you want more one-on-one help, my one-on-ones are back open. The hour sessions are open. So yes. All right. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.